Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's OpenONU Go call. Thanks for joining. As usual, the call is public and recorded and will be shared live on YouTube. So please be mindful of the comments you make and the information you share. So first of all, a little bit of an update on the memory leak that was fixed. Now, thanks to Torsten, we uploaded a Volta system test patch, which is not yet merged. There's going to be some work done to it to actually test this memory leak. And I created a Jira for checking this consumption of the memory within a new pipeline. So in the upcoming, I'm not sure we're going to do it this sprint. We have a 2-week sprint starting today in ONF. I'm not sure we're going to do it this sprint, but most likely next sprint we're going to work on this. We have not extended it to the 1024, but so that's the kind of the state of this this task. The first thing to do is to merge, to actually review, update, and merge Torsten's patch. Holger, any comment on this one?
Actually, the patch of Torsten, I think it runs with 8 ONUs and in a loop of 200 cycles. So actually, we have the same effect as we would make a test with 1,600 ONUs one time. So we have to decide if Torsten's patch should used, or one idea was also to extend this the scale test by a delete command. But you have to think about how to deal with this issue.
So in the scale test, we do have a deletion of the device step, but that it does a delete of the whole OLT. Yeah. Not of the ONUs. That was not a test we have done at scale. The other thing is that the scale cluster, it's a physical cluster at ONF. And the benefit of having it a physical cluster is that we can check things, we change the disks and things like that. And it's already becoming a little bit crowded because we're testing like 4K jobs and things like that. While this test from Torsten that runs many times, I believe we can actually schedule it on a plain AWS instance. So I think I would prefer to keep it on AWS for now, unless there are like very, very strict ideas on why it should not be, why it should be on our scale clusters.
No, I think it also rebuilds or model the real behavior of a pod. So there are some ONUs are deleted and some new are coming up and so on. And I think that is a more realistic scenario. I think this patch from Torsten. I would also agree that we take this one and probably leave this extend the scale test. I don't know if you will do additionally or if we rely on Torsten's tests at all there. This area.
So let's first take the step of doing it on the AWS on an AWS run instance, as you said, so we can have like a different way of testing this as well. And it's a different test, so we might also uncover different things than what we thought before. So let's do it like that, and then we can figure out the 1024. Make sense?
Yeah, I think so. Meanwhile, Torsten joined also. Let's see.
Yeah. Hey, Torsten.
Hey guys. Sorry for late.
Okay. Okay. I think we have a pretty good understanding on this one. Let's proceed on making this a BBSim job. And we're gonna use the Girish script that we started using at on the soak pod. I talked with Hardik, and he's told me that it could be done, so we can reuse that script on the Groovy pipeline, and a new BBSim Groovy pipeline, and deploy the monitoring, and should be good. So that's something that will have to be done. It's okay, that's no problem. Next up is a topic on the gem port for IPTV multicast. There's a patch up from Odzge. There are some comments from Mahir that needs to be addressed, or is it just that? Sorry, go ahead.
Unfortunately, I didn't have any time to address these comments. Because of that, I didn't apply. I didn't update my patch. I need to hardware test after these comments.
So okay. Then I'll let you figure it out, and then we can test this as soon as you have something.
Yes, sure.
Okay. Good. So on the software update front, we actually did merge all the elements from the optimization that Amit and his team were doing to have a faster interaction with the system and collecting together the OMCI messages from the ONU image to just send them down in a whole bunch. That showed little improvements in the BBSim-based jobs. And that is because the size of the image for BBSim is a fairly small image. It's a fairly small size because we wanted to keep it small for the tests and all of that. So the improvements were fairly small in our tests, in the order of maybe a few seconds. But that shows that even for a very small image, there's still some improvement. So that is really good. The one thing we have not done is that we have not yet ported the tests to the scale tests that we have to the new API that Elia put in. So that has to be done. Actually, there's so that has to be done to see even further improvement. And I know this is actually has been tested and has been seen and has been working in the Deutsche Telekom labs, and it was tested by Amit and his team. So I think that we're good on that front.
But we don't have figures regarding.
So there were some figures on the patch that was brought. Let me see if I can find it. Maybe it was on Silent Go or something. Let me see if. Give me 1 minute, and I will see if I can find these. Not in MCI libgo, in Volta libgo. It was. Was done.
Something with RPC or multi.
Yeah, so let me figure those numbers out. They were somewhere in they were written somewhere in one of these in one of the Jiras, in one of the Gerrit patches. I just can't seem to find it top of my head.
Okay.
If I recall correctly, there were some significant improvements, very significant. But again, let me fetch those. Let me take an action item on myself to fetch those, and I can then try and figure out exactly how much are we talking about.
Only for satisfying curiosity.
No, that's a good point. I actually also need them for you know, like when we talk about results of the release, plans for the release and stuff like that. So yeah, that was needed. Okay. On the voice over IP side, I don't believe there is any update except that I put Odzge in contact with a few of the Zyxel folks, and hopefully, crossing our fingers, we could get like something that goes on in that front. Odzge, anything of news there?
Actually, I have partial good news.
Good. That's good.
Yeah. Türk Telekom share OMCI messages and OMCI diagram from a legacy system with us, and
Okay.
I saw I need to change implementation a little a bit. But it does not work from Zyxel ONU.
Okay.
But I will try this implementation with other ONU devices, like General Mobile and Iskret. I don't know. I will try with other ONU device.
Yeah, let us know how that how that comes together, and I would still argue that it's worth continuing the exploration with the folks from Zyxel to make sure to understand what the issues are with their ONUs, because to me they've always been very responsive.
Actually, Zyxel device have a problem with IP options attributes from IP host configuration data, and it is the starting of configuration pods UNI. Because of that, this blocking me. And PET cannot create on ONU device. Okay,
I guess let's proceed and continue talking with them. In the meantime, maybe as you said, you can try the other models of ONU based on this new schema that you got from Turk Telecom. That would be definitely good. And then I guess we can just wait for your patches to come in on the OpenONU front, and we can have a review of those. Okay.
Sure.
This is good news. Thank
you for your help. Thank you.
No, it's no problem. Okay, good. There's one topic that I want to bring up again, and that is, there was some time ago, we discussed some issues with the Adtran 611 ONU GPON issues, and I think I've been. It's great news actually that Holger shared with me that they actually figured out what the issue was. And it was not an issue in Volta, so that makes us be a little bit makes me be more relieved, I guess. But Holger, do you want to say a few more things?
Yeah, as you remember, we had some issues with this ONU in the ONF qualification test. Actually, we don't want to qualify this ONU now, but our OLT, but it was also it came with the OLT and was also included in the ONF testbed. But we had some issues if this ONU was runs through a power cycle. That means the power went off of the ONU and then it was plugged in again. Then we had an issue with the traffic, with the data traffic, and this could only be cured if you disable and enable the ONU. Then it works fine again. And finally, we managed to equip some of these ONUs in our laboratory with a serial connection. And then I relatively easily found that in the error situation, I can see that the counter, which is counting package not compliant to the spanning tree protocol is rising. So every income or every package which comes from the user is dropped. But actually the spanning tree protocol is switched off in the MAC bridge port profile ME. So it looks like that as if there is an issue in this scenario that the spanning tree protocol is not switched off at the Ethernet port of the ONU. And I sent all these symptoms to the manufacturer of the ONU, and now I'm waiting for their answer. And I hope we will get a new load for this ONU, and probably then we can try again to integrate it into the ONF pod. That's all.
Sounds good to me. That's good news.
Yeah.
Good news.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, perhaps actually the old 611 ONU you have probably will not run through this qualification process, but probably a newer one. But we will see. No? If I only get a software correction for the new type, then we
can always
see.
swap.
Yeah, we can swap. Yeah. Okay.
It's okay. Okay. Then I can leave the floor to Torsten for the testing front.
Oh, thank you. The whole floor. Oh, great. Okay, the MIP audit test is already uploaded and ready for review. I made some successfully test visits, found an issue in the OpenONU, which is already corrected by Holger. And yes, you can review it and maybe you like it, and then we can submit it. What did I do else? The backporting of the software upgrade tests will be my next step. I will start. What?
I think the SSH issue was your main focus.
Yeah, yes, but it's not noted here. But okay, I will go step by step here, and the delete readd ONU multiple times. This is another thing that I don't do. I think so. Yes, and the other thing was the memory leak patch I already uploaded. We talked about it before.
Yep.
And of course, the SSH issue, hopefully it will be solved sometimes. You know, Andrea, it's difficult to find this, and we can only try and try and try, and hopefully someday it will work. Yes, that's
I think it will work from now on. I have not seen any issues. We've seen performance improvements. I think we could actually go as far as say we could roll back some of the extended timing that we had put in because of the issues in SSH. So I think I can maybe see this with Hardik and roll back some of the extended timeouts for that we had pushed.
Yes, but please remind that we cannot completely roll back because we add in the meanwhile some new test cases which need further time. Yes, only a reminder. But Hardik knows it, and you know it also, so it will work.
Okay.
Okay.
Good. Thanks for that, Thorsten. I don't have anything else on these topics. Do you guys have something else to share?
Actually, I was in contact with Matteo regarding the last item here that
yes.
sent unknown attributes, and he had some questions, and I involved also Chip, and Chip gave some hints for Matteo. I don't know if he now continues to do that, but he should have the necessary information to implement these unknown ME attribute feature in the BBSIM.
Yeah, I know he's started working on it, and he will work on it in the upcoming days. He and will share it whenever it's done. I think it should be not that difficult. It's fairly trivial. It's just you need to take the time and do it. That's what it is. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see.
Okay. I'll update everybody when that is completed. Ozge, you wanted to mention something?
Yeah, actually, I'm just wondering about a question. We have any test case about error handling? I don't know.
What do you mean by error handling? We do have many test cases, but it depends which type of error you're looking for.
I don't know. We talk with my colleagues about error handling, and I just think we have or not.
So there are tests there are several tests, and Thorsten can speak also a lot more here than myself, but we do handle a pretty good number of elements, such as both software and functionality wise. We do handle restart of the new adapter. We do handle error in progress in technology profile, in updating the flows. We handle ONU restart error, meaning that we actually reboot the physical ONU. I mean, there are several things that we do in terms of error handling, and that's why I asked which error do you want, because there are many test cases that handle several errors, also reconciliation, and also like doing operations during a reconciliation or other types of add, remove, and things like that. So there's a lot of things that we cover. If there is a specific request for error handling that you need, we can then go and check if it's there. But generally, I say we have it. Thorsten, anything to add here?
No, it was complete.
Actually, OMSI communication error. You forgot.
We handle the MCI communication error. We handle the MDS, like the MIB data sync errors. So there's a lot. To be honest, I think we have a very comprehensive set of tests. I do like it a lot, and it was due to the great work from Thorsten and Hardik, and also from the folks implementing things in BBSIM, and then also the functionality. So I think from a testing perspective, we have a very good testing suite. And I think most of the errors that you can think of were covered. If you go and talk to your colleagues and they have a specific error that they want to know about, we can then check it out if it's there or not.
I will ask. Okay.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
Oh, no problem. And I forgot to mention this. All of these are publicly visible in Jenkins under our Jenkins suite. So if you go there and under the 2.x Volta system, under the 2.x tab, Volta 2.x tests, you can see all of these tests in action, and they run nightly. So if anybody's interested, they can go there and check that out. Okay. Good. Anything else?
No.
Okay. Then, if not, I think this was still a good meeting, even though with a small, restricted audience, but it was very good. Let's continue on the work that we're doing. If there is anything, we can always talk on Slack or the mailing list, and let's get together again next week. Thanks, everybody. Cheers. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.